Problem 7 is similar to problems 5 and 6 in that we are going to be graphing some inequalities and figuring out what side to shade. In this case, we're going to be doing two lines on the same graph. So the first thing we need to do in part A is determine which equation goes with which line, and we can do that by examining their intercepts. So first I'm going to find the y-intercept of the first equation given, 3x plus 6y equals 18, and I find the y-intercept by plugging in 0 for x. Then I solve for y, and that gives me y is equal to 3. So there's one of the points I'll be looking for on that graph. I'm also going to find the x-intercept by plugging in 0 for y. Solving for x gives me x is equal to 6. That gives me a second point that I can put on my graph. If I plot those 2 points, those match up with graph A. So that means the first equation is going to be graph A, and the second one is going to be graph B. Next thing we do is figure out which side of each line to shade. Again, we need to use a test point in order to figure that out. I'm going to use the test point 0, 0 because that's easy to plug in. So I'm going to start with the first inequality that they give us that says 3x plus 6y is greater than or equal to 18. I plug in 0 for x and 0 for y, and that gives me a statement that says 0 is greater than or equal to 18, which is false. I'm going to use a green marker to highlight that line, and so since that was false, I don't want to shade the side that has 0, 0 on it. I want to shade the other side of that line. So that takes care of shading for graph A. Now we need to repeat the process for graph B. 4x minus 2y is less than or equal to 10. Plug in 0 for x and 0 for y. That gives me a true statement this time. So for that line, we need to go ahead and shade the side that does have 0, 0. That's the good side to shade. And then what we're looking for, since we're graphing two inequalities at once, is the place where those two shaded regions overlap each other. And that's the area that we need to shade in the darkest.